Hello and welcome to Peak Performance Selling, the only sales clinic in the Middle East. I'm Dr. Anand Menon, your host and sales doctor on this channel. Now, as you go through this channel, if you like some of the videos that you see here, I would encourage you to hit the like button and share it with your friends on your social media platforms. You see, I'm a firm believer that those who know have the moral responsibility to share with those who don't. So let's become ambassadors of knowledge and share what we learn with our friends. And I want to thank you in advance for doing that. Welcome to another lesson from life, sales lessons from life. Now this video is going to be slightly shorter compared to my previous ones, but I think the lesson is equally powerful. So let me tell you a story. You see, I once heard about this Chinese fisherman somewhere in the north of China who heard about this magical river. And what he heard was that anyone who went to that river and put their fishing line into it caught fish. So the young man said, let me go and see if this is true. And so he undertook the journey and went all the way up north to find this river. And sure enough, when he came to the river, he could see the fish jumping in the water. There was so much fish that he started getting excited. Now, when he came close to the edge of the water, he noticed something strange. There was an old man sitting there and fishing. Now, every time he caught a fish, he would bring it onto the shore, and he had a broken scale, a ruler, with the ends that were broken off. He would lay the fish against the ruler, and if it was bigger in size, he would throw it back. And if it was smaller than the scale, he would keep it with him. Now, this puzzled the young man. Because if you understand anything about fishing and fishing laws, in most countries there is a law about the size of fish that you can catch from a lake or a river. And you are not permitted to catch fish smaller than that size. If you catch fish that are smaller, you need to throw it back into the rivers or the ponds. That is for sustainability of life so that future generations have got fish to catch. Those little ones need to grow. But if you catch fish bigger than that prescribed size, that's yours to keep, because there's not much life left in that fish anyway. Now, this old man was doing the opposite. He was looking at the big fish and throwing them back, and he was only keeping the small fish. So the young man walked up to him and said, help me understand what's going on here. What are you doing? So the old man looked over to the side and pointed to a pan, a saucepan that was on a fire. And he said, you see that pan over there? I plan to cook this fish. Now, I have measured the rim or the sides of the pan, and I've broken the scale so I can get fish that will fit inside that pan. Now, you might laugh at the stupidity of such an old man, because a big fish can be cut into smaller pieces and put into the same pan. Well, that's obvious to us about fish, but what about life? Most people, salespeople as well, most people think exactly like that old man. Life is throwing at us big fish, big opportunities, potential, possibilities. But somewhere in our minds, we are so small as people that we are frightened about the levels of success that we can get. You heard me right. It's not just fear of failure that holds people back. It's even the fear of success. How am I going to manage such a big deal? What am I going to do after that with such a big client? And a lot of people, because they're insecure on the inside or small on the inside, bring small minds into their business. And when you have a small mind, the big fish that is being thrown at you by life is what you reject. You say, no, I don't want that fish. Give me small fish. Give me something that will fit in my pan. And then at the end of the month, we're wondering why the other person is driving a bigger car, lives in a bigger house, goes first class on vacation, and has a better looking wife. That's because we have small minds and we have limited ourselves to success that life is offering us. Life is not unfair. You see, we think life is unfair, but life offers the same opportunity to the billionaire and to the beggar. When you and I join a company, the company offers its resources and everything at its disposal to each and every one of us. Yet why is it that some people do well and the rest of them fail or are just average? It has nothing to do with the company or the market or the product or the pricing or the marketing or the competition. That's the same for everybody. Yet why is it that some people become far more effective and close bigger and better and consistent deals compared to the rest? The big fish. But you need to open your mind so that you are able to manage the big fish. So I want to leave you with this challenge as a lesson from life today. The river of life is throwing fish at you. How big are you in here to receive that? Good luck and happy selling.